Hello, everyone. Good to be with you once again. Today, we have another young Indian with us as part of the Voice of the Young segment. Today, we have with us Shyam. Over to you, Shyam. Let's hear from you.
Yeah. Hello, Professor. Hello, everyone. As Professor said, I'm Shyam, and I'm currently working as an associate researcher with Gulati Institute. And there I'm working in Kerala Migration Survey, which is a like survey which is having a like large legacy. We started in 1998, and currently I'm being a part of it under Professor Irudaya Rajan. This particular migration survey has lot of findings, has brought lot of findings to it. And even now, this migration survey is being a model which is being used all over India right now. Like every state is trying to implement the survey. And let me tell something about me. Then I will move on to migration and stuff. So I did my master's from Central University of Punjab in economics, and before that, my bachelor's was from Calicut University, Kerala. So
Quite
both
a
of
move, huh? Quite a move
uh,
from Kerala to Punjab.
like it was like my dream actually, to learn somewhere out of my comfort zone, so that I will be knowing much about the world. So my next aim is to go somewhere beyond our country, so that I will be understanding what is happening beyond our country. So as a person who's working in migration, I would also like to migrate, so that I will be knowing much about migration. So it was a very joyful journey from Kerala to Punjab. Like both the states work in different manner, two different economy, two different types of people, two different types of culture, and even the education system itself. I did my bachelor's in a state university, and I did my master's from a central university, and that difference has brought several benefits for me. Like in a central university, there are students from several parts of India, but in a state university, only students from Kerala is there. So this cultural diversity, taking and giving of culture, everything, it was a very wonderful journey. So learning economics from central university was like learning from a practical, learning in a practical way. Like I could know what is happening in Odisha by sitting in Punjab. I could know what is happening in Punjab and how the Punjab economy is working, how the agriculture domain Punjab is working by sitting in Punjab. I could share how the Kerala, how the social development in Kerala, the high literacy rate, high health system, everything, how it is working. I can share with people there also. So it was a great time being in Punjab, in Central University. So this is basically what I am right now. And in the future, I'm planning to do my PhD.
So, where is
So
this place that you're working in? Which city is this in?
it's at Trivandrum, like
Oh, so
Trivandrum
you're back
itself.
in Kerala.
Yeah, I'm back in Kerala right now.
Okay.
Like I went to Punjab, I took something from there, and I'm back to Kerala right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically talking about what I'm working on right now is migration. So migration, like at the initial period, like I was working something related to agriculture crisis, farmer movements. I was in Punjab, so I was largely onto farmers, agriculture. And when I was there at that time, it was that farmer movement time. The farmer protest was happening during that time. So that was the what stimulus for me to learn much about farmers, farmer movements, and how what happened to farmers during that time, and what the farmers are going through that time, and why the farmers from particularly from Punjab started this movement. So from there, I tried to understand something related to agriculture crisis and all. So I try to look into this agriculture and agriculture crisis from the point of view of farmer unions.
Yeah.
So yeah, we know like during farmer movement, farmer unions were playing a huge role in organizing farmers, bringing farmers from villages to Delhi, and farmer unions were playing a huge role in making farmers aware about the policies happening around. So like I was like curious about why like how this farmer union is working and how the farmer union could bring such a massive number of farmers to Delhi and how they are organizing it and what way they are like communicating with farmers and how big the role of farmer union in farmers life.
Yeah.
So, so that was my like basic curiosity during my masters, and I did my dissertation during masters in this topic. Like I tried to understand how the farmer union was working and all. So, as you all know, like Punjab as a like state which is having a huge migration history.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like if you go to Canada, large number of people whom you see is like people who are from Punjab itself. You can see a lot of turbans over there. You can see lot of what many sick people over there. So
You,
so same, like when I
you
went to
know,
Punjab,
Sham, the
yeah,
joke is that when Chandrayaan landed, Sardarji was there in a dhaba ready to offer tea.
yeah, but the same problem if you ask to a person in Kerala, he will tell in different way.
Yeah.
Like they will tell if you when a person went to that when Neil Armstrong first went to like a moon, he saw a Malayali like serving tea over there. He will tell like that. Also, that's the interesting part about migration. Like every state in India has its own migration trends,
Yes.
its own migration reasons,
Yes.
its own migration corridors.
Yes.
Yeah, like if you very simple example, Kerala and Tamil Nadu is a very like neighboring states.
Yes.
It is just having a different a small mountain is there in between Kerala and Tamil Nadu. That is the only difference, and the language is also like a bit different. But I can understand Tamil and I can talk Tamil.
Okay.
Okay, so only that difference is there.
Okay.
So, but if you look into the migration history of like people in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, you can see that most of the people from Tamil Nadu are migrating to southeastern countries
Yeah.
like Malaysia, Singapore, and all. But if you take Kerala, you can see a migration history which is completely different. The people are largely migrating into Middle East.
Yes.
So, like, just by like cover, like if you go beyond a border, you can see a different migration history. People migrate to because of different reasons.
Yeah.
Like the reasons can be different, like several, right?
Yeah.
People from you can see like people from Afghanistan migrate due to political reasons.
Yes.
But people from Kerala migrated once due to economic reasons. They were having like financial issues. They found they got the smell of petrol, which was being digged in like Middle East. They started migrating. And from Tamil Nadu, like you can see both political reasons and both financial reasons from Tamil Nadu. So like every state is having its own reason for why people are migrating.
Yeah.
So, like all these reasons, when connected together, you can see that we can't stop people migrating.
Yeah.
Like that's what several countries are trying to do. They are trying to build borders around their country, but it's very difficult to stop people from migrating. Like if you look into the history of human being, you can see we all migrated from Africa. We migrated from Africa and we reached here,
Yeah.
and somehow like migration is some ancestral trait. we
Yeah.
migrate we migrate due to several reasons,
Yes.
and nowadays we can see like migration was happening due to it's happening on the basis of season months.
Yes.
Once people used to like migrate for food. So
Yeah.
if here is it's drought, people migrate to a place where water is available or
Yeah.
food is available. So like that itself, nowadays we can see a new paradigm, which is climate change and migration.
Mm-hmm.
So a simple example which I could tell is that it is like I will be more speaking about Kerala because I'm from Kerala and I'm more looking towards the migration in Kerala. So if you like, I think you have heard about the floods which were happened in Kerala in
Yes,
2018,
yes,
massive floods.
yes,
So during those massive floods, uh, a district which was highly affected was Alapura.
yeah,
And in that there in Alapura, there is a small town called Kutanad.
yes.
Like if you go in Google and search Kerala, you will be seeing more about like you will be seeing more photos, which is of Kutanad.
Well,
And which is
just 1 second, Sham. The other
yeah.
day I interviewed a person who's now studying in the Netherlands. He is
Yeah.
from Kutenad, and he
Oh,
told me
great.
all about the floods in Kutenad due to climate change. And his
Yeah.
analysis is so I have heard quite a bit about Kutenad in recent
Okay.
times.
Okay.
He told
Okay.
me a
Okay.
lot about it. Okay, but go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like yeah, Kutanad is a bit famous. Even foreigners know where the Kutanad is, like
Yes.
about Kutanad, because like everyone search about Kerala, they will first see Kutanad
Yes.
because it's like famous for its food. You will get wonderful fish from there.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of black waters there.
Yeah.
You can like have a good trip and houseboat around.
Yeah.
So basically like Kutanad from Kutanad after this flood, when 2018 flood happened, people weren't that afraid at that time. Like flood happened, we lost our home, and we are okay. We cleaned our home and we started staying there again.
Yeah.
But this was happening again and again.
Yeah.
Like in 2019 and all, the same thing happened when there is a like mediocre level of rain, like water comes to your home, you will have to like reshift to camps. So
Yes.
this is happening every year. So people are now thinking of shifting their home. They are
Yeah.
planning to migrate from that place.
Yes.
So currently the migration is happening from one town to other.
Yes.
So if suppose like climate change is not just flood, climate change can be anything.
Yeah.
Like if you like go to some towns, you can see it is like air pollution is so high.
Yes.
So people will be migrating from there. Delhi
Yes.
will be soon not survivable area.
Yes.
So this is happening. So climate change is a very big issue, and a consequence of my climate change is migration.
Yeah.
So this is being a like new area of study. People
Yeah.
are more looking into this.
Yeah.
So like I am also planning to look into this area of climate change and migration.
Mm-hmm.
And I am also like very much inclined towards return migration also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like return migration happens in several ways. Like you can see the main two types of return migration is one usual return migration. Like people go to some place, they will accomplish whatever was their goals, they accomplish it, they come back.
Mm-hmm.
And same time you can see distressed return migration.
Yeah.
Yeah, like during COVID, you might have seen lot of images and photos
Yes,
which
I did.
are published from Kerala, India
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
Like people were walking all over the road
Yeah.
from one state to other,
Yeah.
somehow trying to go back to their place.
Yes, I saw.
So, and you can see people like some people from Kerala. There are so many examples. Like many youngsters with so much of dreams went to Gulf
Yes.
and to Gulf on 2019, maybe November.
Yeah.
They went to Gulf. Soon, when they reached there, this COVID started,
Yes.
and they were supposed to come back.
Yes.
So they went there by paying so much of money to recruitment agencies.
Yeah.
They made so much of like expenses to just migrate. Migration cost nowadays is yeah, like people are telling the trend of migration cost is going down, but still you need to like spend chunk of money for that. So
How
like
much?
people
Any estimate? How much? I'm curious.
like we just taking few examples like to a person to migrate from Kerala to Gulf country, you will have to at least spend 50,000 rupees
Okay.
at least.
Yeah.
Like So a person who migrated at that time, he has spent a lot of money. He went there, and soon after he could like cover at least his expenses, he was supposed to come back.
Yeah.
So migration, which is supposed to make that person some money,
Hmm.
which turned him to like what, into a like debt trap.
Yeah.
So these are some like recent issues happening around migration, and still the problem is India doesn't have a proper migration policy. India doesn't have migration data. India doesn't know how many people are living all around the world, like
Yeah.
how many people are being like migrating, and
Yeah.
also especially internally,
Yeah.
like you don't
Nobody
have
knows.
any, nobody knows who is
No.
staying there, who
No.
is coming back.
No.
So this is a huge issue. Like people are like Indian government is more concerned about the remittances sent by the migrants.
Yes.
Like Indian economy is one of the economy which is having a huge percentage of remittances.
Yes.
In like about 5 to 7% of Indian what economy is like fueled by remittances.
Yes.
And when the remittances go up, government is happy. When
Yes.
the remittances go down, government is not that happy. Government
Yeah.
is depressed.
Yes.
But they are not thinking why the remittances are going down.
Yeah.
It can be due to some problem which are facing by migrants.
Yes.
Migrants could not make good money over that place. So it can be that. It might be due to the problems which are faced by migrants at that place which they are staying.
Yeah.
So government is not much concerned about the migrants, but about the remittances sent by the government.
Yes.
No, migrants. So this is
Definitely.
an issue. Yeah, this is an issue happening all around. And like as per the census of 2011, and like talking about census, it itself is a like joke. Like we don't have anything to like assess these days.
Yeah.
Like we are still relying upon a census which is 12 years back.
Yeah.
So, so about 2011 census, it shows that from adding 2001 and 2011 census is telling that around 60 million people in India are migrants.
Yeah.
The people who are born in some place are not now living in that place. So
Yeah.
that means they have migrated somewhere in their life.
Yes.
So migrants are everywhere. Even I think you itself have migrated from India to like
Well, I was
America.
born in a very small town in Rajasthan called Alwar. And
Okay.
after that, my parents moved to a city called Jhalawad, then to Bikaner in Rajasthan, then to
Okay.
Ajmer, and then to Jaipur. So I was already a migrant within Rajasthan. So many cities before I even grew up. And then, of course, I studied in Delhi and then I've been in the US. So, yes, I'm a migrant, no question
Yeah.
about it. And
Yeah.
in my family, nobody is actually among my siblings, no one is living in the city that he or she was born in. So we are all migrants. That is for sure. Right.
Yeah, like even people are like if someone comes to our state, like now you can see a huge replacement migration is happening in Kerala.
Yes.
Yeah, like youngsters from Kerala are not now flying to Middle East. Instead, they are going to European countries or
Yes.
like America. So youngsters in Kerala are not here right now.
Yes.
So here it's happening a replacement.
Yes.
Like people from northeastern states, like mainly Bengal, Bihar, etc., are now coming to Kerala.
Yes.
So people in Kerala are now very depressed because nowadays Kerala is losing its culture. People from other places are coming over to Kerala. Nobody is there in Kerala. They are depressed.
Yes.
But Keralites have to think somehow. Kerala is a like state which grew just by remittance.
Yes.
So people doesn't think about where they were.
Yes.
and where they are currently or where their children are staying right now.
Yes.
They are more concerned regarding people coming to their state
Yeah.
and using their economy for their living.
Yes.
So this is somehow like every country is doing. Like America was some like once like they were trying to stop migration. They were trying to put borders around the country. They were trying to like avoid migrants. But somehow like every people migrated from one place to other.
Yes.
And but there should be some kind of coordination happening, management happening, governance happening for orderly and safe migration.
Yeah.
Even if you look into the sustainable goals, 10.7, which is like orderly and like proper safe migration is that goal.
Yeah.
So like in order to have a sustainable development, it's telling that migration should happen in a very orderly and like governed manner.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to look forward to like research something on that, make migration more
Yeah.
like work on some migration policies.
Yeah.
So that's how like I'm like trying to make some sense out of the economics what I learned right now,
Okay. Good.
migration and development. Yeah,
Yeah. I also have a interest in it, uh, not to understand it, but to do something about it. You know, you mentioned those images of 2020 May when
yeah,
people were walking all over in India. And in my book on India, I wrote a recommendation that people will leave villages. Okay,
yeah,
there's no question. They will migrate out, but they are all going to large cities.
yeah,
But they reason they go to large cities is because there are no opportunities in the smaller towns near them. So my recommendation was that let's develop the smaller cities, and that would also be equitable regional development. Like
yeah.
West Bengal shouldn't just have Kolkata, Asansol, Durgapur. It should also develop. So actually, then I divided the 5 South Indian states plus Gujarat and Maharashtra as A states of India. Okay,
Okay.
I don't want to do anything there. They can manage. So the next is West Bengal, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and Assam. Out of that, we picked 3: West Bengal, Rajasthan, and Odisha. And I'm not a practical guy, but with practical people in India, we have selected 3 towns, small towns whose names no one knows.
Okay.
They are
Okay.
district headquarters, and to try to build them up
Okay.
through NGO efforts, right? And one of them is Birbhum district in West Bengal, and the
Okay.
capital is called Shuri. Okay,
Okay.
Siuri, but in Bengali way we say Shuri.
Yeah.
And our team has made 2 visits there, and we are hoping to actually help at the town Shuri and the taluka around it. We can't
Oh,
do the whole district,
yeah.
but just Shuri and the taluka around it, and to try to develop the rural income so that you cut the migration, but you recognize that you have to create jobs in these small towns,
Yeah.
and not only jobs but a better quality of life,
Yeah.
because in the big cities you can't have a quality of life at all. But here there is, so we have selected with some care that they, since I'm talking to an economist, they have physical infrastructure and
Okay.
human infrastructure, both in some
Okay.
degree. It's going to be only limited, but it's there so that we can exploit it and take advantage and help the small industries there grow, and build energy efficient housing and buildings and so on, so that the quality of life is good. Now that's just we're just starting. We are having a hard time getting started.
Okay.
But that's
Okay.
the answer that I have, that yes, migration should take place, because there's just no way that the rural economy will absorb the youngsters. There's just no way.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
know it. And there are a lot of youngsters. So where
Yeah.
should they go? right? They can go to other countries. I don't have any objection to that. But if they want to go to nearby places for a better quality of life for themselves and for their family and children, and to be able to not have to go from Odisha and Bihar. I mean, I'm not doing Bihar, but Odisha also has migrants. And then
Yeah,
why the heck do you have to go from Odisha to uh, Kerala? I mean, it's pretty far.
yeah.
So why not some nearby place? So we are hoping to have 3 towns in Odisha and 3 towns in West Bengal. And let's see if we can get any success there. But yeah, that is driven by the notion that the migration out of villages is inevitable. Now, of course, the migration out of those small cities is also inevitable
Yeah,
because people will look for better opportunities and so on. I'm not against that
exactly.
either. So if they want to move, I can perhaps give them better skills so that
Okay,
they can actually move. So
okay,
we
okay.
need to have migration completely. I mean, there's just no way to stop it anyway. As you said,
Yeah,
it's going to happen. And there's simply, all these governments sometimes say we will reserve 70% of the jobs for local people, 80% of the jobs. But that doesn't work,
yeah.
it just that cannot work because you want somebody who's cheap and hardworking. So if the people from West Bengal are cheap and hardworking in Kerala, whatever they may do to culture, they are most welcome because Kerala doesn't have people who are low income and hardworking anymore.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
all
That's the
left.
problem.
They've all
They all
left.
left.
They all
They all
left.
left. Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You can just. So anyway, thank you so much. Anything else you want to add here?
Like I don't have like one thing I can add
Yeah,
regarding the Odisha and all.
yeah.
Like currently we did a migration survey at Odisha with IIT Hyderabad, and we are like going to do in West Bengal also and Andhra Pradesh also. So I think like these surveys will help you to build your like what new project at West Bengal and yeah. I
Well,
hope
okay,
like
fine.
it will give like our country itself a new avenue, like look towards.
Yeah, okay. All right, fine. But when are you thinking of migrating yourself?
Maybe by 1 year, like I will start applying and I will join
Yeah,
somewhere like a good place. Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
like
wonderful.
not a country as a good place to do my PhD.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Let-
can I ask you one question?
Yep,
Like
ask
which
as
I'm
many as you want. Ask as many as you want, please.
like when I went through your profile, like it was very interesting. You did your like PhD from MIT, and you worked in World Bank.
As a
So
consultant, right? I
yeah,
never wanted a
consult.
job, right?
Yeah, yeah. So like, how did you reach World Bank, and what was your work over there?
Okay. See, the world has changed since those days. So what happened back then cannot happen now.
Yeah, that's no.
Okay. No, I mean things were different. Okay. Things were
Yeah.
different. And I never had a job, but I used to work in the US as a consultant uh, to regulatory agencies.
Okay.
Okay. US regulatory agencies not dealing with anything international. And it was good money, better money than the World Bank pays. But you also didn't need to work that hard so many days. You get paid by the day. Didn't need to work so many days. So there I had some spare time and some spare interest. Okay. So I just sent one letter, one page to 3 different people in the World Bank whom I had no connections with at all.
Okay.
Okay, none. And those were the days you mailed letters. Okay, so I mailed the letter, and one of them, I forget the name, who didn't respond. But another one said, come and have lunch with me. And I had lunch with him. And he said, okay, we'll hire you at some point. Okay.
Okay.
Another one said he was more senior. His secretary called and said he wants to see you and please come and see him in the evening at this time. And then she said, he hardly sees anybody. I don't know why he wants to see you. Anyway, I went to see him and he was not in office. He came late and he just shook my hand. He said, I want to see your face. I'll hire you one day. So, so that is how it was possible. And then I asked this one guy, who was the first one. His name is Andres. I said, Andres, why did you hire me? He said, but I was right, wasn't I? I said, that's for you. So it just happened. Okay.
Okay.
I continued my work in the US as a consultant.
Okay.
And one day, one of the guys who was working on, my job was to think. Okay. Nobody hires me for what I know. Okay. My job was to think, create something new. So they were going to do a project on rural electrification using solar power in Indonesia, right?
Okay.
I had never been to rural Indonesia and I'd never done a solar power project. And actually, no one had done a good, solid World Bank project.
Okay.
So then this guy, I said, what do I said, I'm doing this work in the US and I have to go to Indonesia for a long time and this and that. He said, so you're just wasting your life. He said, what are you doing? You're wasting your life. You got to do something that means something to somebody. And instead of this regulatory work in the US, which has no meaning, you're just a small cog in a big wheel. It pays a lot and you are having fun, but you kindly stop doing that. And so for some time I said, no, I will do both. But in the end, I could not manage both because I had to go to Indonesia. That time you are out of touch with Washington. There's no internet, nothing. So you're out of touch. You're dealing with facts. You can't handle it. So those guys in the US said, you make up your mind. Either you are there or you're here. So in the end, I just went there. So it was a very excellent opportunity for me because my job was not to do a repeat project, but to think of a new project every time.
Okay.
Every time to think of something new. And that's what I could do.
Okay.
And to have the freedom to think meant to me that I couldn't have a job.
Okay.
But then I didn't have to follow the rules and regulations of a job, and I could be free to do it my way and to say, look, there's no thought now. What should I do? But then when the thought comes, I'll let you know. Okay, fine. So it was like that, to be able to think. But I had a contract every year. There was no question. It was not like a bidding. I had an office, I had a phone, I had an ID, everything. And I was even supervising some young people and all. But officially, I was not a staff member. So I didn't have to come at some time and go at some time. I could just be free. So it was great fun. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. Nice.
But you can't do that anymore. You can't. Those days are gone. They were there. Today it is much more formal.
Competitive.
Much more formal. I mean, a couple of years they didn't even give me a contract. They just paid. It's okay. What are we going to do? So anyway, I enjoyed it. But if you have some other question, please ask. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, from my side, it's good. And I will be we will be in touch through emails.
Sure. Okay. All right. Good. Then let's say bye now. Maybe in a year, when you get admission to PhD, let me know and we'll come back and talk to you.
Yeah, thank you. And I appreciate to do something great like this.
All right, fine. Okay. Let's stop the recording now and we'll come back and talk to you 1 year from now if you are doing your PhD or you have something interesting to say from your surveys. Okay. So bye-bye, everybody.
Okay, bye. Thank you.